What's up, YouTube? I am Asherella, and this is my channel, Original Asherella. You probably already know that if you're here, though. I'm kind of excited about today's video, but a little bit like about today's video. Does that make sense? But I'm going to be talking about a post that I came across on r/relationship advice on Reddit about a crazy ass vegan girl and the request that she makes of her boyfriend. It's insane, and it just brings up so many things that I want to like talk about publicly really quickly. But before I get into that, guys, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, give me a like, hit the notification bell, and leave me comments. Also, I've got like a bit of a tooth thing going on, and my face is a little bit swollen today, so if I look a little weird, I apologize. I can't help that. Hopefully it's not too noticeable, but yeah, that's that. Okay, so now, full disclosure, before I actually get into reading this post, I do want to say I'm a vegetarian. You may know that, you may not know that. I'm a regular lacto-ovo vegetarian. I've been for a few years now. At one point in time in my life, I described myself as a hardcore carnivore, like a T-Rex style carnivore. I still love meat. I love meat. I just don't eat it. Am I a vegetarian for these insane ethical reasons? Not that the ethical reasons are insane, but am I like hardcore in my ethical reasons for being a vegetarian? Absolutely not. I am a vegetarian out of vanity. It is the easiest way for me to like stay thin and healthy and keep the body that I like to have. I love meat. I still have points and times in my life where I legitimately will like crave a medium rare filet mignon. I'm probably low on iron or protein when that happens, but like I have nothing against meat eaters. You do you, I'll do me. Yeah, like I'm a vegetarian, you know, I eat other animal products, you know, other than meat. I'm not vegan. It started out because I was doing a 10-week vegan, like totally plant-based cleanse a few years back, and it was a lot easier than I had thought it was going to be, and so I just stayed regular vegetarian once the cleanse was over. Like, I love a junior bacon cheeseburger and stuff like that, and it's so easy to just like swing through a drive-through. When I don't eat meat, you know, those types of like eating choices are not, you know, they don't occur to me because I don't eat meat, so I don't think about eating like this fast food, junk food. Like, I'm not gonna go through a drive-through for just like fries. So, but I don't hate meat eaters. That also being said, you know, there are definitely some people, you know, and, you know, for good reason, that really don't like vegans and vegetarians, because there is a sect of us vegetarians and vegans that make us all look bad. They preach their beliefs, you know, they push it onto other people, they act like, you know, they are, you know, more enlightened and more superior. They're very pretentious. Like, they act like their lifestyle choice is just so much better than you or yours if you don't eat a vegetarian or a vegan diet. Like, I have vegans that talk shit to me just because I am not like full vegan. Like, I still eat milk, cheese, eggs, those types of things. Like, you guys know those types of vegans that I'm talking about. The over-the-top ridiculous ones that act like it's a religion, that try to push it on you like a crazy evangelical, like, you know, Baptist woman. But I promise we're all not like that. The girl in the post I'm about to read, though, is definitely like that. And before I get into it, I just want to say, you know, humans are at the top of the food chain. It's called a food chain for a reason. Now, we are at the point in our evolutionary process that we don't have to eat meat to continue to evolve or be healthy. You know, because of our intellectual and technological superiority, you know, on planet Earth, it makes it a lot easier for us to eat meat than ever before. But we don't need it. I don't hate anybody that eats it. Like I said before, I have no problem with meat eating. But, you know, we certainly needed meat to evolve to where we are now. Now, because of our, like I said, you know, intellectual and technological superiority, and where we are, we can get those nutrients from other sources rather than meat. But we, as the human race, absolutely needed meat to evolve as a species. Yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact. I don't care who you are, what your beliefs are. It is a fact. Like, had we not started eating meat, we would have never, evolved the way that we have. Love it or leave it. It's the truth. My education is in anthropology. We can talk about this further in the comments if you would like. Okay, so just because we don't have to eat it anymore doesn't mean it's wrong to eat it. That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't do a ton of narration or long post reading videos, so just bear with me. I might fast forward through some of the parts that aren't as relevant in this post, but this post comes from Reddit, the subreddit r/relationship advice, and it's from a ThrowRA account. It's ThrowRA78WDHSG, I believe. Okay, here we go. My male 22 vegan girlfriend 21 female wants me to get rid of my cat. I can't believe I'm about to type this, but here we go. I've been dating my GF for 7 months. She's amazing. We're super compatible in a lot of ways. She's an outspoken vegan, and she made it clear to me at the start of our relationship that it was important to her that any potential partner had similar cruelty-free values. Me, already being pescatarian. If you don't know what pescatarian is, it's somebody that only eats fish. They don't eat other meat. Now, quick time out. I hate people that say, I don't eat meat, but they eat like fish and chicken. It's like, okay, you might not eat red meat or you might not eat red meat and pork, but eating fish and chicken, you still eat meat. If you eat shrimp, that's meat, yo. Like, you are eating meat. Like, ugh, that annoys me. That is actually a legit pet peeve of mine. Anyway, back to the story. Okay. Where was I? Okay, pescatarian had little difficulty transitioning into a fully plant-based diet. My girlfriend was proud of me for going cruelty-free, and everything seemed well. We became the vegan couple on our college campus, aka the probably super annoying couple that always talks shit to you when you were eating a burger, in the UC, because, you only have so much money left on your meal plan. Anyway. Alright, then there's my cat, Mittens. I've had her for 3 years and I adore her. She's such a sweet and cuddly cat. However, my GF was already a little apprehensive around her and she blamed it on not growing up around cats. After a while, we sort of made a tactic agreement to mostly hang out at her apartment instead of mine, so Mittens never really came up again in conversation. Fast forward through all the quarantine stuff, my GF and I have spent a lot of time together during this pandemic, and we've started talking about taking our relationship to the next level. We began seriously looking at either buying a new apartment together or having one of us move in with the other. You mean renting a new apartment together? Because, unless they're not in the U.S., you don't typically buy apartments unless you're in, a big city. Anyway. Totally off subject. And what college kid has the money to buy an apartment? However, a lot of talking and planning, my girlfriend set me down and dropped a bombshell on me. She said with this next phase of the relationship, she did not see a future with me unless I was willing to give away Mittens.
I was willing to give away Mittens.
Yo, She said that she believed owning a cat is unconscionable for vegans because they hunt mice and eat meat, and because their very act of owning a pet is a violation of vegan principles. What? Oh, bitch be crazy. Okay.
I was stunned. I told her that I was absolutely not willing to give up Mittens, and she had no choice but to eat meat, so I was reducing harm as much as possible by buying reputable brands of cat food. Plenty of vegans own cats and think along those same lines. My GF got mad and said,
how much flesh does your cat eat? How many animals died to make all of that food? Would you be okay with all that being human flesh? Okay, time out. No, typically not, but if it was hers at this point, I'd probably be alright with it. Anyway.
Okay, I got mad and told my GF that I would have really appreciated her telling me about her cat opinions before we got serious. She went on about cats killing animals.
Yeah, those bastard ass cats. They're murdering animals left and right just for the hell of it. Alright, I ended the conversation there. I was so angry that I left my GF's apartment and I snuggled with Mittens when I got home, although the mood was soured a bit when my GF sent me a link to a Reddit thread advocating for the extinction of domestic house cats.
Thread advocating for the extinction of domestic house cats.
Sigh. OP literally writes sigh. Oh my god. Advocating for the extinction of domestic house cats. We're going to talk about that when I get done. Okay.
I think it goes without saying that I'm not going to get rid of my cat. However, it pains me to think of an otherwise wonderful relationship that could be ending because of difference in ideology. I mean,
That's a big, like, a difference in ideology is a big deal breaker. But anyway, I don't even really understand where my GF is coming from because, like I said, a lot of vegans own cats. Now, granted, cat ownership can be a controversial topic in vegan circles, and I probably would not have gotten a cat had I been vegan at the time. But I have Mittens now, and she deserves to eat. Yes, I've researched vegan cat food, but Mittens has some digestive issues, and my vet strongly cautions against it. I've talked to some of my vegan and vegetarian friends, and they all think my girlfriend has lost her mind. Some have suggested it's not about Mittens, and my GF just wants an excuse to end it. Sorry, lost my place.
they probably don't understand why I haven't broken up yet. But I care about my GF so much. I'd hate for this bizarre curveball to be the end of a beautiful thing. I want to try and work something out. Where do I even go from here? I will not compromise on Mittens, and I don't think GF will compromise either. Edit. Wow! This completely blew up when I was a slave. I'm trying to read every comment, but there's a lot. Also, please allow me to take this moment to reiterate that my GF's views are not representative of those held by the wider vegan community. Okay.
Why is he even asking this? He knows that, like, the relationship is over. He said he's not willing to give up Mittens, as he shouldn't, and then the girlfriend is going to be this crazy ass bitch who has totally skewed the whole idea of veganism, okay? So many things about this. Okay, first of all, the girlfriend wants him to give up his cat because cats kill so many animals. Okay, cats are natural carnivores. Okay, many animals are naturally carnivore or omnivores, you know, like it's in their nature. They haven't learned it, you know, it's what their instinct is to do. Now, if you take a baby kitten away from its mother and you raise it and you like don't feed it and you let it fend for itself, what's it gonna do? It's going to hunt. It's an instinctual thing. Like, they are meat eaters by nature, and doing, like, animals hunting by nature, it does not make them cruel. You know, a cat killing a mouse for a meal does not, you know, mean that that cat has cruelly murdered an animal. You know, cats aren't just, you know, out, you know, hunting mice and birds to be mean or to exert their dominance over them. You know, cats do not have the intellectual or technological superiority to take advantage of mice and birds and whatever other, you know, prey they might come across. Like, it is in their nature. Now, so many things about this. She says, she sent him a link of a Reddit thread advocating for the extinction of the domestic house cat. Okay, so either she thinks that cats need to be totally eliminated in general. Okay, that's a real vegan, like, mindset, right? Like, so how are you gonna say that you're a vegan and then think that these animals need to be exterminated, basically? Or she thinks that all cats need to be feral. Okay, now, if it's the second one and she thinks that all cats need to be feral, what do feral cats do? They don't go to the garden and, like, dig up some tubers or, like, root vegetables. They don't go pick berries off the berry bush growing by the creek. Like, you know, feral cats hunt birds and rodents for food. Like, this girl, I wonder how long she was vegan before they started dating. So we know it's been at least 7 months because she was when they started dating, and then I wonder how much longer before then she started, because she's very, very much spewing these newly vegan, like, super invested in this ideology that makes her feel superior, because people that act like this, that is why they act like this, because it gives them a feeling of superiority or, like, a purpose, or, you know, they might not have anything else that they feel like sets them apart from, like, the rest, and that's why they're doing it, okay? Now, It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, her request. And I will say, anybody that has a pet that feeds their pet vegan pet food should be ashamed of themselves. If you have a pet that is a natural carnivore or omnivore and you feed it vegan pet food, that can be considered animal abuse in certain scenarios if they are not being provided the proper nutrition. And there have been lots of studies, and you can look it up online, that a lot of vegan pet food is not providing the nutritional benefit that your animals need. Now, don't feed your animal vegan pet food, and I'm really glad that the OP in this story doesn't do that. I think that they'll probably end up converting back to pescatarianism, because it seems like he might be a little bit of a simp, and I'm not trying to be rude to OP, but people will do certain things for
the downtown, you know what I mean?
And we don't know what this guy is like IRL, but it's like he was so quickly to just totally change his whole diet and lifestyle. He says it was a easy transition, but I mean, if he was pescatarian, he was eating, eggs, cheese, dairy. It's not hard to do, but when you just all of a sudden do it for someone else, I doubt he'll stay vegan. Because this relationship is definitely over. Like I said it earlier, we as humans don't have to eat animal products or meat to continue to evolve. But the thing with this staunch vegan mindset is that, okay, humans and other mammals, it is instinctual. We do it without being told or taught to do it. We drink milk. That is an animal product to survive as infants. Do we not? Every mammal does this. That is how we survive. That is how we get by. That is our life force. All mammals' life force as infants, as newborns. One of our very first instincts as coming into the world, not just humans, but all mammals, is to drink milk, which is an animal product. How does this girl think that nursing babies are being cruel because they are, suckling? I know this is getting into a weird area, but her mindset is so ridiculous. And I just want to say, if you meet somebody that's vegetarian or vegan, we're not all like this, I promise. We only see the crazy extremes sometimes of certain lifestyles, but I promise you there are plenty of very sane vegetarians and vegans out there. There's a lot of really crazy vegans out there too. And remember when the whole Rawvana controversy happened, where she was caught eating fish on Instagram and she preached this totally raw vegan diet, and then she even says her doctor said her vegan diet was making her unhealthy. It was making her infertile. So tell me why that is healthy. Like I said, we have evolved to the point where we don't need to eat meat anymore, but all animal products, maybe we're not quite that evolved yet, because, if you stick to such a strict vegan, especially raw vegan diet, and you deprive yourself of some of these nutrients, it can have serious health impacts on you. So if you're a vegan, stop your bullshit. If you're one of these types of preachy vegans, stop your bullshit. You're making everybody else that doesn't eat meat look bad. OP in this Reddit post, be glad you dodged that bullet when you did. I know people throw red flags around all the time, but you should have seen a red flag way before. I'm sure there were. Take care of Mittens. Love that cat. Do not deprive him of meat. And, live your life happy and healthy. And look at that chick in the rear view, because she's in your past now, okay? All right, guys, let me know what you think about this OP, this post on r/relationship advice, the request that this vegan girlfriend made of him. Do you not think that is just insanely ridiculous? Oh my god. And to act like cats are cruel because they hunt? Screw you, chick. You are just so freaking crazy. It's just mind blowing. I just can't even I keep ranting and going off on tangents because I feel so strongly about how wrong she is. Okay guys, that is it for this video. Let me know what you think about this Reddit post. Do you like when I do Reddit post videos? I find them always kind of fun and funny. This one was especially cathartic because it kind of let me go off a little bit. I feel so strongly about how crazy this chick is. Her request is just so ridiculous. What is your diet? Let me know down in the comments. I'm going on vacation with my mom, my sister, and my nephew in a couple of weeks, and we all have very different diets. Like, I'm just regular veg. My sister she eats certain meat, but she has so many dietary restrictions because of an allergy she has. It's crazy. She developed it like in her 30s. She's only been this way for like a few years, but it all resulted from a tick bite. It's really crazy. Maybe I'll do a video on that one day. My nephew, her son, basically all he wants to eat is like red meat, and then my mom's like, just feed me whatever. So meal planning is always like fun when we get together, I guess you would say, because we're all so different. But yeah, let me know what you think about that down in the comments. Remember, every time a new person hits the subscribe button on Original Asherella, a YouTuber named Asherella has an improvement in her self-esteem for no extra cost and very little extra effort. You can hit the notification bell, and that vastly improves her standings in the YouTube algorithm. So don't delay, do it now. I hadn't done my infomercial outro in a minute, so I decided to do it. But that's it, guys. I'm Asherella. This is Original Asherella. Always tap in, never tap out. Follow me on my socials, and keep on slaying like a Saiyan.